Hello again, it's Lenny, part 2 on the P-47 build. Yeah, hopefully I'll get the last bits and pieces done on the cockpit, get it all together, pop it in the old fuselage shafts, pop it in, and we'll have a go, hopefully, on this video, the engine and the wings. I've already got all the bits and pieces off the sprues, they're all tidied up, so literally I'll just show you sticking it together. And that's it. Okay. You never know. Might get some primer on it today. But best plans always go to wrap drop-ins anyway. Right, let's get on with it. Right. Cool. First thing I'll do is I'll just apply some crystal clear to the bezels, for a better word. So literally cocktail stick, get a blob on the end and just sort yourself out, Lenny. Right. And that's all I do. PVA, get it on the end, define your bezel and just dip it in, just touch it around. Once a little bit's actually already in there, that's fine, and then you can just dot it in and job done. A little bit more over there, brilliant. And that's it, that's all I'm going to do. And by the time I've finished, the glue will already have started to set. So when you turn it sort of like back to where it is going to be, the glue's not going to blob down. Although you'd be pretty hard pressed to actually see that, but it's something I don't really want to happen because it'll just look bloody awful. What I have done, because the decal itself was quite glossy, I went over neat airbrush with, what was it, XF86, which is a flat clear, just to basically dull it down, so when you get the PVA on, you are going to get that sort of like contrast between the matte and the gloss of the bezels. So let me crack on with this, and I'll get back to you in a sec because this is going to take a while. Right, that's the panel done. I'm just going to leave that well alone, shove it up in there and let it just set. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is get all the bits and pieces which I want to just to muck up a little bit. Well, hopefully not literally. I'm going to use landing gear wash from AK. It's dark, it's a wash, and yeah, I think it works quite well. Not only on landing gear, but obviously what I want to do with this. So literally all I'm going to do is get a tiny bit and just put it all into these ribbed areas here, in and around where the pilot is, well, where his feet would be, and that's generally it. And the same on the sidewalls, on the armour plating for the back, and also within the actual cockpit area there, well, actually where the cockpit is or where it will be, just to give it a bit of uniformity really, if anything. So literally it's going to be, I'll tell you what, it's absolutely chucking it down at the moment. The light's pretty bad, so you have to forgive me if the light is a bit poor. But literally all I'm going to do is start with it sort of like one end and basically going from north to south and just popping it over. A little dab here and there. And basically the wash is going from north to south, if you know what I mean. It's God's gravity, as it were. again on that side, just popping it in, not on every single one, but hopefully it will be enough so when you're looking down into the cockpit area itself, if there is an open cockpit option on this one, which doesn't actually say on the instructions, so I think I'm going to have to take it that there isn't. Oh, really? It's very jumpy today. But, and that's it, that's all I'm going to do. I won't go any further than that because you're not going to see it anyway. Because you'll have your instrument panel and obviously your rudder pedal, so there's not much point going any further than that. And what I'll do is I'll just pop that around in that area, and that's it. Once it's dry, should be cool. Same again with side panels. I'm not going to do too much on this. You can just blow on it just to help it along. And of course you can thin this down even more if you want, but I'll just take it straight out of the pot, as it were. And again, what I'll do, I'll put some stills on so you can see exactly where it's gone. And the good thing about it as well, if you're not 100% happy with it, then you can just come along with a bit of thinner and take it off. It really is as simple as that. So what I'll do is let's put that away. I'll carry on with the rest of it, and hopefully then we can pop it together. Right, that's all that done. I've taken some stills of that so I can load them up. So all it is now is sticking all this together, making sure I get the right, yeah. So you got the seat bracket, let's pop it on there, and just a tiny bit of Tamiya glue, just pop it in. You can just leave it like that, just for a sec. And we'll stick the old control column. What we'll do is we'll pop it in. Just gently keep hold of it on there, and just stick some glue on the underneath. And that's it, there's the control column. What does it say to do? Right, we'll pop the seat in, and then we'll get the armour plating in. Should be okay. So again, I'll just stick that bit in there. Just hold it gently, and just put a couple of blobs on there, on there, and I'll put the seat in. When you actually put it on the cockpit flooring, the actual stubs that you put through the hole are angled, so when you're actually looking at it, it is slightly off centre, as in it's not fully 90 degrees. So don't think you buggered it up, because you haven't. You just go with what the kit allows you to do. I mean, with Tamiya, I mean, it's precision. One for a better word. And the armour plating should. Let me just make sure that that seat's secure. That's it, and just basically just again just slots in. Just carefully hold that, and again get the old glue in. Gently take it off. Make sure that obviously this one is properly straight. And there you go. Let me just get that off and set for a few moments, and we'll put the actual sidewalls on. And yeah, we'll get the canopy, the instrument panel and the rudder pedals. So back in a sec. Right. So we're in the middle of a monsoon here. Bloody looks like outside. So I'm so glad I'm in here in the dry. Anyway, rudder pedals going on to the back of the instrument panel. Just like that. As you can see, there's still PVA glue drying on that one, so I am being ultra careful. This is pretty much ready to go. So, right, this one will go on to that side. Make sure that's properly on, and that's in. See, how well fit this is. Look, it's going absolutely nowhere. But I am going to glue it because my name is Lenny, and if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong for me. So, just glue that on the side. And what we'll do is, let me just leave that to set just for a sec, because what we'll do, I'm pretty sure you can, if you put the other side wall on, you should be able to slot the instrument panel straight in, because you've got two gaps here, got one there, also the one on the other side. So what I'll do, let me venture on doing that. So let's put the other side on. Straight in. Put it on the other side. And then hopefully this should be able just to slot in. Yeah, there you go. So what I'm going to do is just put a diddy amount of glue on there and one in there. And that is the cockpit. All done. So there you go. So what I'll do is just film in a bit of a close-up. There's your cockpit, all sorted. It's just drying off now. Hopefully you can get There you go. So once that's all into the actual fuselage itself, it should look pretty good. Cool. Right, I can't remember if I actually said this, but I've put in the spars for the wings on the port side of the fuselage, and whatever that thing is there, that's in on that side, and I've got the front part of, well, the rear part of the engine, as it were, or the firewall. So, oh, and also I take it that's the radiator, or no, the exhaust. What do you call it, manifold, something or other, I don't know. Anyway, it's on both on the actual sides. So all that being done, you can just pop everything in, and hopefully that'll be it. So pop that in there. Almost like a click fit, that. So dab the old glue on that side, dab on there, and just let the glue run all the way around where it needs to be. And just literally, I'm going to hold it there just for a few seconds. Yep, that's in nicely. No gaps or anything else around the front, around the where the armour plating is. And also, you know, I was talking about the inside part there. You can see it in there, so don't forget to actually paint on the inside of the cockpit area of the fuselage. I know it's pretty standard basic stuff, but it's these type of things that we do tend to forget. Well, I do anyway, because I'm an idiot. No, you're not, Lenny. Yeah, I am. Right, I'm buggering about with this, and I should be leaving it alone. So let me just pop that to one side, leave it alone, and come back to it in a second. In the meantime, let me just put that to one side. Glue the rear part of the engine in. That's pretty sound, that's in. I haven't glued the wing spars in because, well, just because I haven't, just in case I needed to get them out or something didn't line up or for whatever reason. But they're in there. So what I shall do now is, I think we have every reasonable chance now that we can put the fuselage halves together. Well, there was a bit of a tight fit. Oh, you buggering swine. Ah, there you go. That's it. Now it's in. And that's it. Oh. There you go. There you go. Click, click. Job done. So, all it remains for me to do now is to glue all the way around. And yeah, there you go. There's your fuselage halves together. Right, just to finish off this video, I'll just go through the engine, all the parts for it. For the Pratt & Whitney, was it Wasp? 2,700 horsepower? Something, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Well, that's Pratt & Whitney anyway. But anyway, you get your two parts there of all your cylinders. You get like another sort of like firewall. You get that bit inside the cowling, can't remember what it's called, and that bit that goes right at the very front. God, Lenny, you know so much about everything, don't you? And the cowling itself. Right, all I'm going to do is basically on the instructions here, you've got, obviously I think it's 2 parts here to go on the front part of the engine there, and literally you're just going to pop it in. You've got a poly cap in there which will pop in, obviously once the, you know, secures the propeller once it's already once it's in. Really, with the P-47 you can't really see much of the engine anyway, only the front part, so I'm not going to go alpha leather and wire it up and all that kind of business. I'm just going to paint it up, use some buffable paints, and you know, make it look metallic, so on and so on. So literally all I'm going to do is take that part there. That side, or was it that side? No, it's that side. And you've got the 2 parts here which will go onto the front. And literally they just slot in on the top. Just that. Oh, bloody hell. Ah. Right, well that's. Ah. That's one, and that's just gone straight in. Oh, yeah. I'll stick the other one in. And again, that is just slotted in. Bloody hell. Well, amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, I forgot to get that bit off. I'll get that bit off in a minute. So literally all I'm going to do now is I'll just pop the tiniest amount of glue just around the connection point now. So later in life it's not going to shoot off. So that's glued, that's done. I'll get that stuff sorted out in a sec. This part here will go in the front part of the cowling. Basically this part here, I don't know if you can see it. So just literally popping that in. I'll be painting that a, what was it, yellow green. So that and that side, you just literally just plop it in. And that's it. Make sure that's in all the way around, so it's all nice and even. Cool. So next time you see or get on my other video, hopefully we'll have all it primed up and I'll be painting it and just showing you very basically what I do. It is really basic for this one because obviously the engine itself, in fact let me just show you, this is the bubble top one that I did on my first build. Just to explain, obviously if you're not au fait with the Thunderbolt, you can see there that you can't really see that much of the engine, only the front part of the cylinders here. So I'm not going to go sort of like all out, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I can get that in focus or not, but anyway, you get the picture anyway of basically what is what. So let me put that down there without breaking it, and yeah, cool beans. So that'll be it for this part. As I said, next part will be the engine, and hopefully we'll get all the wings together, and then hopefully you might get it in primer. You never know. Obviously got the tidy up to do, get the old seam line sorted out, which really shouldn't take that long. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to rush it. Make sure I've taken my time on it, and you know it comes out trumps and all the rest of it. And yeah, going well. And it's finally started raining. Bleeding hell. Right, so Molly's fast asleep. I might get some lunch. She'll only follow me down anyway. Right, catch you later, guys. Again, good luck on your builds, and hopefully see you on the next video rather soon. Okay, so until then, cheerio, and yeah, happy modelling. Turn it off, Lenny. Okay.